You from New Jersey?
We've been through everything in 2020, and now we've got the big No Geniuses from New Jersey holiday party going down. And I guess on that note, we might as well kick off the festivities here on this very Jersey Christmas with actually our first guest as well on the show. Another thing we've been teasing for 5 episodes, and we're finally delivering. So, but I guess we are welcoming in for our to help us out here with some of our holiday festivities. But a good friend of the show, Davin Rosenblatt, good comic from Jersey. What's going on, Davin?
Thank you guys for having me on No Geniuses. I'm so happy I could help you guys lose your virginity.
Our guest virginity, yes, we finally made it. Nice.
It's my Hanukkah present for you. It's a Hanukkah miracle. Rich is losing his virginity.
A Hanukkah miracle. I guess that is a good way to segue and bring you on, because that is one of the criterias for this first guest of honor. However, was we were looking for a comic of the faith, as they say, as we did want a Jewish comic to help us out, as we are trying to get a little multicultural here in 2020 on the No Geniuses from New Jersey holiday party, as we do want to celebrate the whole cavalcade of holidays that we get bombarded with here in December. And I guess some people, like, because as well, there was like some people that feel that Christmas is going away. They're like those O'Reilly War on Christmas assholes that feel like there's not enough. And I'm on like a war on O'Reilly and like in a war on the war on Christmas, because if there's anything that we don't fucking need any more of in the world is another couple days of Christmas getting celebrated. Am I wrong with this one?
I'll tell you, when I walk down those streets and I see those holiday lights all over, I think, wow, there must have been an explosion in there. There must have been an attack on the war on Christmas, because all those lights are blinking.
I know, seriously. The debris has spread outside, and the whole neighborhood is littered with this.
Deflated Santas, Rudolphs, a little askew. It's terrible. It's
somehow from Halloween till Christmas, just fucking the entire city being packed with lights isn't enough for this asshole. Somehow he wants more Christmas.
I don't know about you guys. I know I'm on here as the minority, but I really feel that Christmas is the minority religion. Now, there's not enough people in America that celebrate Christmas. You know, there's only SantaCon. I mean, that's not enough. I need a Santa Claus at my Walmart checking me out. I need a Santa
there are
Claus
more this year. There are more
greeter.
Unemployed Santas than there are Jews and fucking Muslims combined in America.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you bring that up. It's not really spoken about enough, but it should be. This COVID-19 has been hell on mall Santas. I mean, how many mall Santas have to have empty laps and social distancing? It's terrible what's going on with the Rona and mall Santas.
I had one booked to be on here today, and he had to go back to his plumbing job. Can you believe that?
I know. He had to get a fucking real job. This is a disaster.
He did.
Another attack on Christmas. It's horrible.
So I guess with that, though, we do want to talk about some of these other holidays as well as Christmas. I guess even though in terms of Christmas,
I'm going to give you a statistic that you're going to love. Christmas tree accidents are up 100%. Did you know that this year? Christmas tree accidents are up 100%, and men are twice as more likely than women to accidentally burn the tree down.
Well, gentlemen, I would like to submit that this is no accident. The trees have had enough. The trees are striking back. They are tired of your people removing them from their forest, cavalcading them like a damn parade on the top of a car, putting it in the house, having your goddamn dog pee all over it. They're losing
stringing it with lights
and throw them out on the curb when you're done. This is no accident. The trees are fighting back. Long live the trees. Tree lives matter.
Yeah.
Trees
lives matter. I mean, what kind of tradition is this anyway? It's just like, hold on, you want me to put a tree in my house? Like, all right, happy birthday, Jesus. There's a fucking
Christmas trees have been legal for hundreds of years. Weed legal a week gets all the press. Look at that.
It's more of the war on Christmas. Why are they trying to keep the trees
seriously.
down?
I like your theory though that the trees are striking back. It's like
Yep.
the environment. It's like global warming for Christmas. It's like the trees have had enough.
Well, Liam,
I
I
think
don't know if
this-
you I don't know if you know this about me, but I know you want this to be a multicultural show. But I speak with the Wiccans. The Wiccans are witches who speak with the trees, and they have relayed this message to me for your audience. So this is why I'm sharing it.
But you're the tree whisperer. The Wiccans have let you.
Not personally. I'm the Wiccan whisperer. They are the tree whisperer.
As long as we're communicating, as long as we know how they feel. But you're right. Was there any reason for this stat though? Like, I could definitely see the men being twice more likely to burn the place down than the women. That goes without saying. But why are they up so high this year?
I'm not saying the women didn't cause the men to burn the tree down, because I can see how that could happen.
Yeah, seriously. It's definitely some bitchy girlfriend that's, no, more lights. We need more lights.
We are now Jewish. This is now Hanukkah. You light it on fire. I don't know.
I mean, somebody's going to blame the menorah being too close to the tree for this whole fucking thing. I already see that one coming.
Christmas tree fire lasts for 8 days. It's a Hanukkah miracle, and we'll take credit for it.
Yeah. If the tree catches up, they're definitely blaming the Jews. That's all I gotta say.
It's always the Jews' fault. Even the blacks get off scot-free on this one. This one is purely a Jewish problem.
I guess on that note, we do want to talk, I guess, about Hanukkah. Can you explain, maybe you want to give us a little bit of a rundown for me and Rich? Some Catholic no geniuses, some Christmas no geniuses over here, as to give the people out there a little bit of a rundown on Hanukkah, why we're celebrating. We got the Sandler song. It's pretty much all anybody knows about the fucking holiday.
Really? Really? That's it?
Pretty much, yeah.
You got the big candle, and then Sandler has the only song. I can say it's pretty much
That O.J. Simpson's not Jewish, right?
Not a Jew. Well, you guys never heard of the dreidel song?
okay. That's true. All right, we got the dreidel.
I think I did. From South Park.
No, that's a lonely Jew on Christmas. Wow.
Another holiday classic, I guess. But I guess you're right.
It's
The
the Festival
dreidel
of
is
Lights.
another synonymous part of Hanukkah. But Hanukkah, what? It's the Festival of Lights, and you did allude to it, I guess, already. But it is the miracle of what the lamp burned for 8 nights. One night of oil burned all Hanukkah long, as the legend goes.
Yeah, well, listen, we're a very thrifty people. So to save 7 nights of oil and only pay for 1 night, who's going to argue with that?
Now that's worth celebrating. Fuck. Now that's a.
You know they're keeping those lamps to themselves. They ain't selling the Gentiles those lamps.
You guys can't handle our lamps. You can't even handle a tree. We're going to give you a lamp?
I mean, talk about the opposite of celebration, though. You guys are partying all based on the, 1 night of oil being enough for 8 nights. And meanwhile, Christmas, it's fucking 8,000 lights and an inflatable like a 6-foot blow-up reindeer, and a fucking enough lights to see from Mars isn't enough to celebrate. But
Yeah, but I understand the fascination with Christmas. I mean, here you got this virgin broad, and she comes up pregnant, and there's no pregnancy test, so we all buy it. What a bunch of bullshit. There's not a rape kit lying around in that manger? What a bunch of bullshit that is.
it's a whole
No
religion
gender
based on
reveal
somebody that just
party?
really stuck to their story.
Gender
It's fucking-
reveal party. It's the Lord's son. That's what it is.
I mean, I guess
yeah,
that would
so-
pretty much be the history of Christmas, like you said, if you want to boil it down to a nutshell. But
Any religion, any holiday can be boiled down to like 2 sentences. The Jews also have back in the day before Jews were doctors and lawyers. We were pretty fierce fighters too. So part of Hanukkah is the victory of the Maccabees. We are warrior Jews, the Maccabees.
okay, nice.
Nice.
They sound Irish almost. Or like
No, not
fucking,
the
or like
Maccabees.
70s pimps. Wasn't that who Dolomite hung out with? Was the Maccabees? That was...
Sounds like a
Might have
racial slur. Those damn Maccabees.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, listen,
It is now, anyway.
The Irish.
I know what we're calling Jews on the No Genius in New Jersey podcast, but I guess there is though more Christmas to even be celebrated though, much to I guess eat your heart out, O'Reilly, because even other countries even go fucking spend more than 8 days of Hanukkah. On Christmas, some cultures spend like the whole 12 days of Christmas, where they celebrate from Christmas all the way through the Epiphany on New Year's, a couple days after New Year's, where I guess the three kings, the three wise men, finally met Jesus, or something like that. I'm a little bit leery on the exact whole thing, but like, Puerto Rico, France, some countries, the Epiphany is the bigger day. In a lot of countries, it actually starts with St. Nick's Day, like the in early December, which it was like the inspiration for Santa Claus, but St. Nick's Day in like Scandinavian countries, that's a huge thing. That kind of sounds like a St. Nick, like a good ironic Jersey mob name. You know what I mean? Like Fast Eddie and St. Nick.
I like when the three wise men met Jesus, and then they like sold him life insurance or something.
They sold Jesus life insurance?
Yeah.
That shouldn't be allowed. He was just a minor at that point.
Right. And then he got the. It didn't.
I mean, let's be honest. This Joseph is a pretty lousy stepdad. Mary's just sleeping around. They're letting life insurance get sold to a baby. What the hell is Joseph doing? He's in the hotel.
Where was Joseph
and then
through all this?
Really? It's not even the inn is sold out. He's like, don't worry, bitch. There's a barn out back. Why don't you
Like
give
a
birth by the goats?
Like a comic. We have a place for you to sleep, like a comic.
Right.
It's in the back.
He didn't even get a meal. Fritz did not even get a meal.
You get some free chicken fingers here, at least.
Gemini's doves. You're sleeping with Gemini's doves in the barn.
It's a shanda, what they did to Jesus. A shanda.
I mean, I guess there's as well for even more Christmas, but after Christmas as well in Europe, they celebrate, I guess in Ireland especially, a big one is St. Stephen's Day, which is like a second Holy Christmas the day after, but as well in like UK and Canada,
That's just
Australia.
so they don't have to be hungover.
Literally, it's just a day. It's like a clever way of like making sure that the Christmas lasts at least, and for them, Christmas Eve as well, I guess, in a lot of places is even the holier night, but it's definitely just a clever way. But as well in the UK, there's another holiday called Boxing Day, which in America we get a lot of grief for like the commercialization of Christmas, but Boxing Day is a whole fucking national holiday, just basically all oriented around going and like returning all your shitty Christmas gifts from the day before. But it's like basically like a Black Friday for Europe.
Yeah, we have Kwanzaa for that.
Wow.
Well, Kwanzaa's a whole nother holiday, I guess. That's another one of our multicultural celebrations, especially here in 2020. As we mentioned, we've already celebrated that trees' lives matter, so Black Lives Matters as well.
You guys don't have one black comic friend that celebrates Kwanzaa? What type of bullshit is this?
I was trying to think if I have any, but comics are broke. They don't really celebrate anything.
No, this year we're all celebrating Festivus. We're all bitching about not working.
Right,
Yeah.
that's exactly it.
We're all getting it's an airing of the grievances for the entire fucking year of 2020 for that one. But Kwanzaa is another one that's like I guess theoretically gaining in popularity, but that's like a pretty new holiday. And honestly, looking into some of the big factoids around it, is it racist to say total bullshit? Does that come across racist?
You don't see too much celebration for it. I mean,
honestly, because it is like an African American holiday. It started in 1966, and it is an African American holiday. Like, it does not have like old historical African roots. All right, it's like a relatively new holiday celebrated by African Americans who predominantly celebrate Christmas. I fucking listen to enough soul Christmas albums to know that. I listen to fucking Mariah Carey Christmas enough to know that. What's up?
It's not like Juneteenth, which is like, I think that's like
exactly yes, that's
African holiday.
More like a historical,
No, that's not an African holiday. It's an African American holiday.
I mean, it's about slavery, but it's a little bit more like historical and
it's kind of a big deal. But
for sure,
being white, you wouldn't know about that. But
and
we didn't know anything about Hanukkah either. All right, so don't feel bad. It's we're equal opportunity idiots over here. So
I knew about the Juneteenth starting June of this year. That's when I learned about.
I learned about it June 18th, June 20th. I learned about it. Fucking.
I didn't even know there was a black national anthem. I just thought it was the theme for the Jeffersons or something.
That came in second, actually. Hey,
everybody would know the words.
So,
They
but
would. They'd all sing
Kwanzaa
along.
though is celebrated as well for another like extended, and as well it starts December 26th and celebrated through January 1st. So they gave themselves in between Christmas and New Year's Eve to try to carve out a holiday for themselves. Like, what are you fucking like? What?
Just have a second Father's Day.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow. And you guys said again you could not find black people to come on the show. I'm shocked. I'm shocked
X-nay
how that
on
could
the
happen.
no black guest day.
I mean, I got this. I got this text like 9 minutes before airtime. So obviously, you guys went through all your Jews.
Clearly, you saw how far we had to dig for this much.
African-American,
Like,
Clearly, black people are smarter than me. I'm the only Jew that would come on here, and the blacks found out about this. They're like, "Thank you, no." Okay, now I understand why we've gone 5 episodes.
yeah, I was gonna say it
and you
also
guys
took
have
us
not been able
five
to land
episodes
a
to get
guest.
anybody on. So it's not like we got Christians banging down the door to get on here either. You know, it's fucking...
No. Desperation led Rich to my DMs. That's what happened here. I understand.
Actually, I guess ironically enough, the doorbell is ringing here, and we are going to welcome in another guest to the show here. As I'm bringing on my good friend Ross Taormina. Of course, some of us know him from the Untucked and Irritated podcast, which is another podcast that me and Ross did. But Ross, we're bringing you on live here. We got Rich, we got Davin. It's the No Genius from New Jersey, very Jersey holiday party. Ross, what's going on, my brother?
Nothing much. Just fucking pandemic.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that. We're having so much fun on Zoom. We don't need to wear our masks. There's fucking just fun seeing faces.
Speaking of which, so I listened to a couple of your No Geniuses from New Jersey episodes, and you couldn't have nailed it any harder with how you guys described the vaccine last week.
The vaccine rollout.
It was one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Did we get some information wrong, or
I mean, just the attempt to sound like you knew what was going on versus which was actually going on was unbelievable.
I mean, I literally read an article fucking 10 minutes before hopping on, like an Associated Press article.
It was like, yeah, dude, so there's this vaccine coming out. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I mean, I gave the stats on the numbers, but I guess we are getting you on here, Ross, and we are hot in the middle right now of Davin was actually just breaking me and Rich's balls for not being able to round up any black comics to celebrate Kwanzaa, and him being the only Jew that we could get to help out with Hanukkah. You're making us look bad by being a Christmas celebrator over here. Tell me you at least celebrate fucking Yuletide or something weird, but...
What is Yuletide? What is that, where a bunch of stupid logs show up on shore?
Well, that's actually one of the another one of the December holidays. We're quickly going through some of the non-Christmas December holidays, and Yuletide is like one of the ancient Scandinavian kind of traditions that really was like one of the precipices to a lot of the Christmas traditions, but it's still a lot of like pagans and Scandinavian countries celebrate like the Yuletide traditions of the month. All right, so that is like popular with fucking steampunks and shit to do in 2020. Pagan rituals are as popular as ever.
Scandinavians,
huh?
Or just regular Scandinavians. Why do they have to be steampunks?
Just because it's a douchey hipster alternative thing that people that shouldn't be celebrating Yuletide are, but. We'll get Ross on. We'll get your take more on your some of your holiday burns that I'm sure you got in a couple of minutes. But there are yet a couple more holidays that people are celebrating in December, because I guess we actually just had the winter solstice. All right, that's another
right?
reason for celebration throughout a lot of cultures, and that's more of an ancient cultures celebrate the traditions of the winter solstice, which is, I guess, the solstice is technically the shortest day of the year, but like ancient Rome and ancient Persian cultures, Native American cultures even would celebrate this time in December as like a reason of celebration and cultural rituals. So long before Christmas and Hanukkah. Actually, when did Hanukkah even start, though, Devin? That's probably one of these fucking ancient holidays as well.
The year was 1926.
And the Jews were depressed that they were, and the Jews were feeling left out. So
No, the White Sox did not win the World Series that year. They were still recovering from the Black Sox scandal. But it was the year before the 27 Yankees. And the Jews all got together in New York and said, listen, we're going to pay for the Yankees to win, but first we need to sell some potato pancakes. And that's how Hanukkah started.
No, and then they were like, wait, we need to figure out how to pay for this. Let's rip everybody off with their rents.
Wow. I'm not saying that's wrong, but it's a little hurtful.
We'll sell the rest
I
of
mean,
this
not during the holiday party. I mean, geez, but
Wow. So how many Jews do you have listening to the show? We know they won't come on here anymore.
Yeah, right.
They don't pay for podcasts, so we don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
this is a pay podcast. This is some fancy shit.
I was going to
would've
say,
taken a shower.
no false advertising. This is a free stream here, folks. Don't get confused. Any Jews that want to stream for free, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes.
Okay,
We wouldn't pay for that. We
I'm in
wouldn't
the right
charge
place.
for this horse shit. We fucking.
I don't do none of them highfalutin pay podcasts. I only work for free.
Who are you, Mark Maron?
Yeah, doing this in my garage right now.
But and then I guess it all culminates though with another big like worldwide celebration to close things out in December with New Year's, which is another most countries around the world celebrate New Year's in the staggered time zones around, but that is like a universal holiday that gets celebrated by all. However, some places go more crazy, as like Japan has like that's their holiest day of the year, and the Japanese culture is the New Year's Eve, New Year's Day traditions, like Latin and Spanish cultures.
Thought that would be Pearl Harbor Day.
Wow.
You see the direction we're going here on the holiday festivities,
that
Devin.
is a joke that will live in infamy, Rich. Thank you.
Well played. But so I guess that pretty much, and then that would pretty much conclude the whole month long. So if you couldn't find fucking reason to if you couldn't find reason to celebrate throughout the entire month of December between Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, solstice, fucking Yuletide, New Year's, if that's not enough to fucking find some time to take a week off in December, if we all teamed up and we put this war on Christmas, and we all teamed or joined our forces, we wouldn't have to work all month, fucking.
It's time to make Christmas great again.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Christmas has been sucking. It is about time. We need an orange fat man to make Christmas great again. That's what we need.
Well, if anybody will personally take responsibility for it, it would be the orange fat man who pretty much did declare himself has declared Christmas Eve a national holiday. Did you see that?
Come sit on my lap while I grab you by the pussy.
You wouldn't be the first, Santa.
Christmas very unfairly. So I had Saint Nick sit on my lap. I grabbed him by the pussy. Ho ho ho.
I mean, that is an ancient a mall Santa tradition.
Mike Pence dressed up as an elf. How funny would that fucking look?
I could see that.
I could definitely see that.
He has the perfect hair.
Dressing up little boys as elves.
Yeah.
That is true, though. How did we not get a Trump dressed as Santa? That sounds like something Bush would have done anyway. Tell me we got a Bush.
Bush would have 100% done that.
I could see Trump walking up to Santa. I could see Trump walking up to Santa going, fake claws, and just walking away. Just like completely demeaning Santa.
I could see him, ironically enough, being like a total believer in Santa.
Not real, fake claws.
Well, his grandkids are Jewish. So that's interesting. I wonder if Donald's spinning the dreidel with the grandkids. I wonder.
Well,
What
probably.
I got a feeling Donald's got less Jewish friends than me and Rich over here. There's more Jews at the No Genius of New Jersey holiday. There's more Jews and black people at the No Genius of New Jersey holiday party than at the Trump holiday party. But
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
We're moving your Santa. We're moving your toy factory to North Carolina.
But I guess there was actually one holiday that Davin brought up earlier that is another recent holiday of celebration. But of course, Festivus, the holiday for the rest of us. If you haven't found any reason for celebration throughout any of the other fucking months of December, you got to be a Seinfeld fan at least, and you got to get down with Festivus. And I guess part of the Festivus traditions, of course, are, like I mentioned earlier, but the airing of the grievances, which is, I guess, one of the kind of reasons why I had Ross come on to help out with some holiday gripes.
Festivus.
What's up?
Yeah. Don't you grieve that shit every day? Isn't that every day? You grieve it differently.
Yeah, exactly. Every day is a grievance for Ross. But Ross, do you have any, especially here in 2020 in quarantine, do you have any particular, what you would call untucked and irritated burning sensations of the holidays? Do you have anything, especially here in 2020?
Real quick, considering I'm from New Jersey, I take offense to the title of your podcast because I'm obviously a genius. So fuck you.
We clarified that me and Rich are the no geniuses. I mean, we got Danny DeVito, Ross, Davin. You guys are geniuses, all right? But me and Rich, we are the no geniuses. It's not.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Well, it says from New Jersey. All right. I mean,
All right, we're from New Jersey, too.
My biggest burn with the Christmas time is Christmas caroling.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't see that
gayer
anymore.
in the world than Christmas caroling.
Yeah, no. Are you talking about just? Are you talking about like people showing up door to door, spreading holiday cheer?
Yeah, Christmas caroling. Like nothing's just like, oh, the entire family's out of the closet. We're Christmas caroling and random neighbors out
in
on
matching
their front
sweaters,
yard, fucking singing like they're putting on a show that no one. And what if their neighbors are Jews? Like, how does they're trying to eat their Chinese food on fucking Christmas?
Yeah, seriously.
And they got a bunch of Christians showing up.
Sorry, no speak
singing
English.
at their door.
I don't know these songs you sing.
Would you like some homemade eggnog from my balls?
I mean, that's something that you don't see. I like that. That's something that happens exclusively in the movies, though. Like, have you ever seen?
True.
Has a caroler ever showed up on your fucking banged on your door, fucking trying to sing Jingle Bell?
Nah.
Infuriating. It's like, what are you doing?
I mean, I guess I do kind of hate a lot of holiday music. You know what I mean? Especially every band has to give out their I gotta listen to the heavy metal Metallica version of Silent Night on the alternative Christmas playlist.
You just
What about the DMX?
All you need is the Kinks. Father Christmas. You're done.
Father Christmas is a good one. I guess with that being said, I do want to point out that I do have a Big LW Jammin' World podcast holiday playlist coming out here on the SoundCloud. A very jammy holiday playlist that'll be available right here on the. But aside from that, nothing I hate more than hack Christmas songs by.
All I want for Christmas is you, Liam.
Is that your romantic? How about you guys? Do you have any? How about Rich and Davin? You guys have any? What's your favorite Christmas song? I guess. How about you, Davin? Earlier on, I brought up Sandler, but are there any other great Jewish songs that we're missing out on? What are the? Are there any other hilarious parody songs? Any real Hanukkah songs that we should add to the list?
Yeah, the Hanukkah song version 2 by Adam Sandler. He did an update to it.
Is there a third?
I think there is a third.
A ninth crazy night. I mean, I think Sarah Silverman did have one. Give the little Jew girl presents. That was a Sarah Silverman Hanukkah song. And then there is, of course, the Hanukkah Waltz and the Hanukkah Waltz and Oh Hanukkah by Mo, which clearly made my Jamie playlist, my Jamie holiday playlist. Oh Hanukkah by Mo.
My favorite is the Don Ho Hanukkah. I love that album, Don Ho Hanukkah.
The Don Ho Hanukkah.
Oh, wiki. I don't know how it goes.
How about you, though, Davin? Do you have anything that, any particular annoyances or irritants about Hanukkah season in your book? Like, what do us Christians? What are we missing out on by not celebrating Hanukkah? What's the most annoying
What are you-
part in this
Nothing.
8 days?
Nothing at all.
What are you missing out on? The joy of potatoes cooked in saturated fat. You are
I
missing-
like it. I'm for it.
I mean, I can eat latkes anyway. That's not an exclusive to Hanukkah for Jews. Like, I can
Isn't that the
I can
guy
order
from
sarges
Taxi?
fucking all year round, but.
Hanukkah's a fun holiday. It's not really.
No,
that
but like,
big
what
of
are
a
the
deal for
annoying
Jews.
parts though? Like, what are the things that all Jews hate about Hanukkah? Like we're
Nothing.
talking like the things that annoy us about Christmas. You know,
What
can't-
Probably that Christmas is so much better than Hanukkah.
Nah, not really. We don't get. You know what? You know why Christmas is good for Jews? Because the movies are open and they're pretty fucking empty usually. So we can go in peace and quiet without your goddamn kids screaming all over the place.
Yeah.
It's very lovely. No,
I mean, first off, there's no one been more apt to pull 8 kids into a movie theater than a bunch of Jews.
no, that's
Like,
fair. That's fair.
That is
So,
true.
you know what?
You go to fucking
You know what,
Brooklyn.
at
You go to a
Christmas-
Brooklyn theater around the Hasids. You're gonna get a fucking 6 generations
Oh, yeah,
of a fucking
you go to
family in
the
that.
movie theater in Williamsburg. Like, there's gonna be no women or like a severely beaten woman and like 15 kids.
Yeah, but who the hell's going there? First of all, I don't even think they have movie theaters in Hasidic communities. And why would you go there? Why? For the great snacks? Nobody's going to a Hasidic community to watch a movie. How many times can you watch Yentl? You're not going there.
Maybe I was just being a Jew and wanted to save money on the ticket price.
You could go to the matinee for that.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, it's
Most of the
Touche.
Jews are in the movie, not watching it.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we made the movie. Wonder Woman, she's a Jew. How do you like that? Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I should call
Beautiful.
Complete Fire.
She's one of those fighting warrior Jews that you were talking about.
Yeah.
yeah. She's one of
Exactly.
the what are they called? The Dolomites or whatever the fuck.
No,
The
she's an
Israeli.
Amazon. She's Israeli.
Yeah. Those Israelis are badasses.
Israelis
that's
are
true.
probably our
She's-
best-looking Jews. Israeli women are very pretty. They're our best-looking Jew.
They're hot
The
as
Sephardic
hell.
Jew, right? That's
They would-
that's the
They would
Sephardic
definitely
Jew.
win in a knife
No,
fight
that-
versus
that's
the
not
other
it, no.
Jews. I'll fucking tell you that much.
Well, what's the Middle Eastern Jew? Like the Arab
I see.
looking. That's
What's
the Sephardic,
what's
right?
the Middle Eastern Jew? That's the Jew who knows how to dodge fire. That's what that fucking Jew is.
Yeah.
That's the endangered Jew.
Yes.
That's the
endangered
undercover Jew. That's the Jew that's about to blow up the temple with a fucking bomb strapped to himself. But
Don't fuck with the Jews, man. Not out there.
he's the one serving a pastrami with mustard
Those
gas.
are the fucking.
There's no
Israelis are the
pastrami in
tough
Israel.
ones.
But I guess some other
Oh.
for Christmas burns. I guess for me, my most irritating thing about Christmas has kind of, I guess we missed out on it this year with losing out on SantaCon, but this growing fad of like the ugly Christmas sweater fad being
I
like,
love SantaCon.
what's
I
up?
love SantaCon. All the
Oh,
drunken
SantaCon's
Santas.
the
There's nothing
worst.
better.
You know what? I've got to be honest. I've literally worked as a bartender for the last like 15 SantaCons, so I have a little different like relationship with the
Right.
fucking experience than most people. If I as well was just going out hammered, dressed up in a fucking with elf ears on, I'd feel differently. But in general,
Yeah, and none of them can hold their liquor. They're constantly just Santas puking on the street, ruining everything. It's
that's
the
because
best.
they're like
when they
22.
start-
But
When they start fist fighting, that's the fucking best.
I mean, it happens every
You guys are
year.
getting me nostalgic. You guys are getting me nostalgic now because we didn't have SantaCon this year. Now I
Yeah, I
have
missed
know.
it. I've been in the city for it a couple of years in a row.
Yeah, this year I did see out and about. I was actually in the city on that Saturday, but there were still people out in like the ugly Christmas sweaters and the Christmas light necklaces and all that shit. Like I think at that point you could still go 25% in bars. I think that was the last weekend that you were 25% in bars. There was like a lot of action, relatively speaking, for Coronaville, but.
Yeah, we'll fix that. There'll be no bars now, goddammit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for real.
That's coming.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
we're.
I remembered my second burn, Liam. It's,
Okay.
It's fucking dads who are really into like Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
yes.
what a fucking creep! Like, your dad's a pedophile. Like, what is he doing? Like, he's got to paint or have whole lights on the roof. Like, he's probably fallen off the roof, putting up stupid Christmas lights to attract dumb people in their dumb cars to drive by and be like, ooh.
Yeah, either it is like a straight up like macho competitive furor that's got you fucking trying to go all out, or you have a couple of screws loose and have some like attention issues where you're trying to fucking get the all eyes in the neighborhood on your stupid house.
Like, give it a rest. It's like same with the Halloween people. Like, all right, we get it. Like, you love Halloween. Like, great. Then give us good candy. Spend the money on the candy.
Let's see some Kwanzaa decorations out there.
What is Kwanzaa?
That's done in spray paint.
The Kwanzaa decorations actually are just from my little research before, but apparently you decorate your house with fruits and vegetables for the upcoming harvest. So it's like, sweet, nothing says the holidays more than my house smelling like fucking rotten bananas or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, This holiday gets fucking worse and worse. Wow. Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? Like,
all the fruits.
I've got fucking...
all the fruit you should have went with.
Wow. I mean, it was
bad choice of fruits.
Yeah.
There's only one
unintentional,
and you should have said
I didn't even draw the parallel with the rotten apples, all right, folks? Jesus, it's...
Wow. So you guys gotta let me know when you trick a black person into coming onto this show.
I mean,
I'm Sicilian, so I'm part black. I'm not offended.
Ross might be as close as we come, with the Sicilian. No, we're gonna get a. Don't worry, we're gonna get a black guy on the show. We're gonna. We got some black guests. We just weren't able to. We were actually supposed to.
Right. We'll be able to trick one sooner or later.
Were you guys gonna get Diamond and Silk?
We were actually supposed to have this go down yesterday. So we had a couple of. We had to.
But like Kwanzaa, it's a day late.
Exactly. But I guess, do you guys have any other, closing thoughts? Any last minute cheer you guys want to spread before getting out of here for the holidays?
Enjoy your families from a distance. Try to make the best of it. This year sucked. Try to enjoy them. Last year I was in the fucking
enjoy your families as well this holidays as you're enjoying some binge listen of No Genius from New Jersey. Also enjoy some Davin Rosenblatt as well as you got your podcast as well, Davin. You want to tell us about what you got going down? Davin's Den?
Sure. Unlike No Geniuses, we have had black guests, so you got that going.
Still to come in 2021. We're gonna get a black guy. All right. It's my fucking New Year's resolution. Goddammit. We're gonna.
You are.
I'm gonna befriend an African American before this year is over.
Not a shot. You can listen. We're on live tonight at 6:30. You can listen to DavinComedy.com. Watch us on live on the Facebook page, Davin's Den, or you can listen to all the shows on iHeartRadio, iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, DavinComedy.com. I just want to thank you guys for having me on your show. It's been a lot of fun.
Yes, Davin, thank you very much, man. Definitely for having fun with the Jewish culture, letting us know about Hanukkah and the like. Definitely check it out.
I don't know if I really helped. The Jews with the culture. I got to be honest.
You definitely set black people back a couple of years. I'll tell you that much. That was.
I appreciate that.
But definitely Davin's Den and Davin Comedy it was, or.
DavinComedy.com.
DavinComedy.com, Davin's Den, iHeartRadio. So, Davin, thank you very much, brother. It was great chatting. Happy holidays as well.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, happy Hanukkah. Davin. We'll throw it back at you. And as well, Ross, my man, thank you very much. Ross Taormina.
Cheers.
Come back to Jersey, you moron!